It's a very big one. English library. Your point is very, very important. Please, after mommy. Let's start.
Low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem. Yes. Okay.
I think she's 100%. We show you how to do it.
How should I orientation?
So it's not in the heart of fire.
Well, sex is very important and it can cause conflict. You just know that they are fighting. What is the cause of fight? Favor. But now the level at which we work now become more smarter. Their own opinion or their own way of doing this is working and you can see the improvement. Then when you now come to the lower generation, those who are not working,
Work smart.
well, that is not even only that. They will tell you that we are prioritizing our own mental state. So if a boss in the office tell me, do this and I can't do it, I will resign and leave.
Just like that.
That is it. Because now in a generation of workforce now, what they are prioritizing mainly is the mental state. The wellness. So if my supervisor, for example, is saying, do this and submit next month, tomorrow, and I know I cannot do it, I will take, I can't do it. And that's it. And if it's not working, we will just pass ways. Mommy.
Those ones are the ones of entitlement mentality. They believe their parents have kept something for them. If they know that there is nothing for them, they cannot try that.
Mommy, okay, Mommy.
Because of that.
Yes.
So you cannot. A colleague of mine.
Mommy, the rate.
Okay, let's go.
Yes. Please go ahead.
So a colleague of, it's not the case, right? There's a toxic culture. So we're not discouraging hard work.
Yes.
I believe in hard work. I'll be the first advocate for working hard.
We need to
But
have a
there's a gap,
conversation.
right? There's a line, right? And it's a toxic culture that you have to push people. Even in the Bible, the principle of rest is made. He created in 6 days, on the seventh day.
God rested.
But these corporate firms will push you to the point where, you feel like now you're inadequate, there's nothing you can do. And a colleague of mine committed suicide not so long ago. It was painful. He was crying out for help, and, he found no other cause. So we shouldn't push people to the point where they're like, and now what they're doing at my firm is like, say, for example, he will be people like that feel like they're not coping. There are certain clients that they will be plotted on that are not very fast-paced, versus someone else who can take a greater load of work. So
Maybe we will need to discuss it because, Lord, that's just the truth. One of the PhD students also committed suicide. A PhD who was about to finish, and the result was because the Home Affairs could not renew from his homes. I'm doing this so I know what it takes to say you want to finish. And at that point in time, he committed suicide. So this is not, so this generation, I love, because I was thinking about it, even when I was doing this, that's generational gap. The new generation cannot do it.
Yeah.
And it's very important. I pray God will help us in Jesus' name. So let's look at, back to what we're doing. Let's look at conflict in the marriage and its causes, according to our daddy's manner. The first one he says is contradictory interests among families. We cannot always agree together. That's bound to be a diverse opinion, but we need to listen to one another. Incompatibility, when we're not compatible. But then, I believe all these things can still be solved. There are unresolved disagreements. I want us to look at Ephesians chapter 4, Ephesians 4, 22 to 27, to see we're not just talking in, it is what already in the Bible. So we can also see that. Ephesians 4, to 27. Yes, ma'am.
Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil.
Yes. Praise the Lord. So even when you are angry, do not sin, and the sun must not go down. Again, lack of trust. We talked about that. Forgiveness. In other words, unforgiveness can also be the cause of conflict. Communication gap. I want to talk, you don't want to talk, then we put it. Then unfaithfulness, Genesis 39. Unfaithfulness, Genesis 39, 7 to 12. 7 to 12. I want us to read that. Conflict in a marriage, unfaithfulness.
Genesis 39,
Yes, ma'am. 7 to
7 to 12.
12.
And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, Lie with me. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, Behold, my master wanted not that with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he had to my hand. There is no greater in this house than I. Neither had he kept back anything from me but this, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day to the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house there with him. And she caught him by his garment, saying, Lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and called him out.
Disaster.
Yeah.
So we can see what we can call. Another conflict in the marriage is financial challenge. But they that will be reached fall into temptation and snare, and into many foolish and hurtful laws, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted, they appeared from faith. And people like it or not, the responsibility of in the home, the responsibility of family, that based on finances, and it has to be tackled. And I pray God will help us in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. The lack of genuine love. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. And anyone that loveth not God, for God is love. You cannot say you love God and you despise other people without condition. I love you, I put it front, I put it ahead. You love me, you put me ahead. So there was a lack. If there is a lack of genuine love, it can lead to conflict. I pray God will help us in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. We are looking at the topic that says conflict management in the family. Conflict management, and we see the causes of conflict.
Yes, I just want to say that even though we did not have a direct reference on that number, the incompatibility.
Yes, incompatibility.
Actually, very, very important, because all the other issues may actually come from being incompatible with the person that you are choosing. And that is why we look at what it says in Genesis, the second chapter, verse 18. It says, the Lord God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. Suitable one. So, yes, compare, pray for that, and you put it as part of it. That Father, give me somebody there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And so we said, from our definition, who can explain to us compatibility? I will give it.
It's able to do something, carry out something.
They are making noise. Something is.
If it can do something, if it's able to do something.
It's able to do something, just like the other one.
Yeah.
Because we are saying compatibility now. Daddy, you want to help us with the word compatibility?
I'm sure Mamuruti has something to teach us about it. Whatever she has questions.
She has.
But what I would say is that if, for example, you know yourself, you're a soccer fan, and every other thing, you're a Christian, you come to church, you don't go to the other side to get somebody whose virtue and value are in direct opposition to yours. You know that you are starting something that you will not be able to finish. So from when you talk, but if you are talking about doing PhD, but that's not for me, you already know that it's coming up. So compatibility ordinarily means that you have some agreement in vision together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hallelujah.
Just to quickly before I go to, in line with what Dr. mentioned, there's something he mentioned that we are talking about is Christian values.
Yes.
That word values is instrumental, is compatibility, and I think that's why God is talking about why our identity are putting in here. We share the same values. We can't go to the other side. Yeah, and again, we also say that love covers all things. That love is Christ. Christ is love. And we are in Christ. So, assuming, and that's why it is important when you want to build family, you must have the family, the person you want to start family with, but the family, the same value of Christ's value in you. That's what we are talking about. So if that Christ value, you value Christ, that is, Christ is peace, Christ is love, Christ is the foundation of all. So in marriage or in that person, a family, you must be able to get somebody who have the same value, Christ in you, Christ's love and all those things. That's what we, because when that love is there, it will cover multitude of other things. That's what I feel that this compatibility is. Apart from other things for our career, we may need that we may love to get married. Because I may feel that, no, I may be somebody who feel that, no, my life is to make money and live well. And I might not have to go to education and make money to live well.
Yes.
So if I come to the marriage, I want to marry a girl who believes in career, where I can't be able to live with it, I may miss it. It may not work. But if it is based on Christ's love, and you, no matter what other things you have in mind, your vision, your career, everything, but the basic foundation is Christ in you, the help of glory, and the multitude of love is covering all things. So if that foundation is there, though we may have different visions, when we come together, because if you say, oh, okay, now you begin to cherish, that's why I begin to cherish my idea of my life. I begin to cherish her idea of her career. So because I will love her, because I really love her because of why she's me.